Nancy Phillips. So I'm just doing a video as a companion to an article I'm going to be writing for my blog, plus my husband's probably going to put it on his blog. Alright, so our son went to Outward Bound in Minnesota. Outward Bound, can you speak?
Outward Bound, they do canoe trips in the Boundary Waters. They do some of it that's behavioral modification kind of stuff. He didn't do that. It's just the regular go out, get some team building skills, experience nature, that kind of stuff.
And my husband did it with the Y 25 years ago, and our neighbor did it, and I mean there's just all these people that did it. And I gotta be honest, I was always a little bit jealous of my husband that he got to do this, because I'm from Milwaukee. I mean, we just didn't do this kind of stuff.
We just have a big lake, you know.
We got a big lake. But, you know, I mean, I'm jealous because the Boundary Waters thing seems so cool. So we had, excuse me, nothing but junk-ass drivers before our kid left. So I told my husband I'm going to write an article about giving license plates and the whole bit. All right. This is where it starts. Friday, July 17th. License plate. Y, as in, help me with the military terms.
Yankee.
Yankee?
Yankee.
Yankee. B, Bravo.
Bravo.
M,
Mary.
Mary. 2037.
Oh.
It's a Dean's Plumbing van. Hog in the right-hand lane. What exactly is the deal when you've got two cars in Minnesota on the left and the right lane, and then we've got a person who's hogging the left lane? I said right lane, I apologize. Hogging the left lane, and you can't get over, and they're just, there's a car to the right, and you're in the left lane, and you're trying to move forward so you can pass that person, and this person just goes slow as hell. So that's this guy. So 010, D as in Delta, U as in uniform, and J as in
Juliet,
like Romeo and Juliet.
Exactly.
Right, okay. I said douche of a guy hogging left lane in a gray Buick. So that's pretty much what he was, going up to Duluth. 976, K as in
Kilo,
Z as in Zed. Sorry, what's Z? Zulu. A as in Alpha. Toyota Pathfinder. Slow in the left lane, not moving over, because Minnesotans absolutely have no concept of the fact that you're supposed to move over, because if you're in the left lane, what's all over Wisconsin? Slow traffic moves right. The right is over here, the left is over here, but Minnesotans consistently stay in the left lane, hogging it, pissing people off because they don't care, because they're inconsiderate fucks. You know what I've determined? We live in a no-fault state, which I'm not currently in. I'm in Wisconsin. Amen. But you know, in a no-fault state, nobody's at fault. And you know why nobody's at fault? Because nobody in Minnesota ever wants to admit they're wrong. Trust me, I've been married to a Minnesotan for 20 years. And it's just been hard to get him to admit he's wrong, let alone an entire state of bad drivers. So, you know, there you have that. So, the woman in the 976 KZA Toyota Pathfinder was a dykey-looking chick. I can say this because my mother's not a dykey-looking chick, but, well, very gay. Stern and angry, driving with female passenger. Oh, I was going to call the cops on her. She had side windows covered in garbage bags. I mean, just really, that's illegal. You can't do that. All right, keep on going. 217 E Echo B Bravo U Uniform. Volkswagen Tiguan with a 90-year-old driving slow in what? Oh, the left-hand lane. All right, now we got 556 A as in Alpha, M as in Mary, R as in
Romeo,
Acura that couldn't make up its mind to take the Bush Lake Road exit off of 494 East. 530R is in Richard. Romeo, sorry. It makes me confused because it's Shakespeare, so I just don't think that's like the military. They're that smart, but my bad. P. Penelope. No.
Polo?
Polo, you're right. W.
Shoot.
Oh, come on.
Whiskey.
You know, whiskey. Whiskey Foxtrot, right?
Right.
Didn't use their blinker to get on 94 West. Oh, it's so driving me crazy. 949M, Mary N.
Mike November.
Mike November B.
Beta.
Mike November Beta.
Or
Woman
Bravo,
with Chevy
depending on
Bravo. That's what I thought, Bravo. So Mike November Bravo with Chevy Trailblazer. And it had a Smith window sticker. I'm not sure what that meant.
College?
Oh, right. Smith College. Yeah. So, you know she's gay. Or on the side, she's gay. You know, and day to day, she's got a husband. 600. X is in X-ray. D as in Delta. Z as in Z. No.
Zebra?
Zebra.
Zulu.
Jeez Louise. My husband and I have been drinking. I apologize. Wisconsin plates. Old Jetta. White young chick who cut us off from a middle 35W South Lane to University exit. 4 lanes!
Yeah, that was epic.
4 lanes!
She really needed that exit.
From her location. So she moved over from here, all 4 lanes, to get off. And if my husband remembers, he's got the shittiest memory of anybody I know besides somebody that's done chemo. Trust me on this one. If he remembers this, it was bad. Yes?
It was bad.
It was bad. He even remembers it. So, there you got it. Just a minute. 363 Alpha Alpha Victor, AAV, Silver Accord station wagon driven by an asshole 20-something guy who cut our car off when we were in our convertible as if we had an invisibility cloak on. 961 LTX, Luther, Texas X-ray. L is what?
Lima Tango.
X-ray. X-ray. Silver Jeep. Refused to turn right on Portland from Diamond Lake Road even after my husband honked. No traffic, just didn't move. No idea. Washington state plates, and what I have here is worst driver ever, which means he's got his blinker on to turn right on Lake Street, and he didn't turn, he just sat there. So we ended up sitting there, just whatever, you're a douche. People, honestly. They were thin, old, and white. Man driving, and they both, I used to be a marathoner, and once my doctor figures out if the cancer's metastasized to my bones, my regular doctor, but not my oncologist, because you know what, I think oncologists, all they are is certified drug pushers, and this bad drugs, it's stuff that, yuck, right? They won't even tell you that it hits the blood-brain barrier, which is my brain, which is why I do these videos, try to get my brain connecting with who I am, because I'm a trainer and I want to go back to work, and I need to help, please.
Build vocabulary.
Not build vocabulary, but more be able to connect the dots between what I say.
Cognitive.
And what I do, a cognitive, because the cognitive dissonance stuff is definitely part of chemo. And they both look like Skeletor marathon runners, which was atrocious. Then I have 477, M as in Mary, ZZ, MZZ, Zulu, sorry. Merc, driving bad on Hennepin. 554X, X-ray, bless you. J,
Juliet.
Juliet. N,
November.
Wisconsin plate, cutting people off. Ugly, thin woman that looked like one of my best friend's wives, and she's a bitch. Her name's Mary Beth, and she lives in Milwaukee now, and she looked like her. Just, Mary Beth looks like a dyke. She looks like a scary ass dyke. And I introduced these two 25 years ago, and once he finished his PhD at Madison, he let her control everything. And to add insult to injury, I gave her daughter savings bond 20 or 18 years ago, which, come on, it's a long time. And I did the right thing. I mean, it was $1,000 bond, and I didn't even get a thank you from this girl. And she's at Marquette now, little bitch. Looks like a dyke too, like her mom. I'm looking.
Wait, can I flip it out?
2DB193, so 2 Delta Bravo 193 Honda Pilot. Oh, this was yesterday. This was great. Okay, so the guy is a fat male driver in a Honda Pilot, and we're at the end of our alley, and there's 2 people walking, and they want to come down the alley. They're moving east to west, and we're in our BMW coming out of the alley, and I don't know, you gotta tell, because I didn't see the part where he came up on the curb. Apparently this man with his Honda Pilot came up on the curb and almost hit my car, my BMW, which I tried very hard to, be very careful, and I know my husband was being careful, and then the 2 pedestrians, it came up on the curb and what, honey?
Well, he was right on the curb, full speed, and you can't see anything.
I was like 35, 40 miles an hour in a super residential area.
And there's trash cans and a tree.
I literally just saw a guy grab his crotch and look straight at me. I mean, just...
The biking guy?
Ew. No, he's over there in gray shorts.
I'm not going to
Mr. Sterilot. Disgusting. Men are so repulsive sometimes. But he's like a teen or early 20-something with a motorcycle and thinks he's all that. Okay, so I had to point that out because it's gross. He looked right at me. He knows that there's a video camera. He didn't care. It's assaultive. It's assaultive on the eyes to have to deal with men always grabbing their crotch. How does this look? I don't think that looks good, does it?
No.
That does not look good. Alright, so we got the Honda. So my husband's driving, and we get up parallel at the 35W North entrance for him. And my husband and I are going forward, and then we're going to be taking 35W south. So I look at him because I'm in the passenger, and I go I motion as such. And he rolled out his window, and I said, I'm going to call the cops after what you just did. And he was like, oh, what did I do? And I said, you came up on the curb. You almost hit my car. No, I didn't. Again, the whole no-fault state comment. Minnesota's a no-fault state because nobody is capable of taking any onus for their bad driving attitude. I could continue, but I'm pretty sure you get the point if you have half a brain.
And
so he denied running up.
Stop watching now.
Yeah, and if you don't, you just should stop watching now. You're right. He denied running up the curb and almost hitting our car and 2 pedestrians because that's Minnesota, the place where we have no fault insurance because no one here could ever be wrong. So he's the end of my article, and I gotta be honest, it was only a week and change, and I didn't get as many people as I thought I would, but the things that people were doing were pretty heinous. They cause accidents. It's very dangerous. We didn't take the plate number of a woman who was in the sane lane, 2-passenger driving lane on the very far side of 35 North, which is a sane lane, then 2 lanes to go towards downtown. One of those, a 3rd lane is downtown or 94. So that's 3 lanes, and then an extra 2 lanes go to 94 east towards Chicago. And this car, we didn't get the plate because they were in the sane lane, but they weren't in the sane lane long enough for us to pay attention, for us to get the plate number, and didn't know what they were doing. Well, they literally zipped all the way over. That's 5 lanes. And I already complained about somebody that did this 4 lanes. This car did it for 5 lanes. And I said to my husband, "Did you see that?" And he was like, yeah, I did. And I think that stuff is what is so dangerous, because all those people before that driver, male or female, I have no idea, I don't even remember the car, they have to brake for them. And it's super dangerous, and people have no idea that this is so dangerous. This is what causes accidents. So, this is a compendium of idiocy, and you will see the blog post on missyphillips.com. So have a great week, and please stay sane if you're driving.
Drive safe.
Peace out.